Did we do it? Guys, I have to secure the bag. I gotta tweet it out with hashtag ad. Oh my God, what's up, buddies? Welcome to another episode of the full-time edited Poor Man Road to Glory. It's kind of crazy that for the first time in 5 or 6 years, this series is now edited, right? For the last 5 years, it's just been a 1 or 2 hour daily upload, live recorded, and then all the stuff I do outside of the recording, I just like cover at the start of the next recording. So it's really weird being able to enjoy this series being edited, because like anytime I unlock a pack, anytime I get a good player, we just know that it's getting clipped and put into the video at that moment. So it's not like, oh no, I can't believe I got this now, not during the recording. Such a fresh and fun way to go through things. Nevertheless, it's Friday. It's going to be hell on earth, because for the first time this year, we're going to war for all 30 games of the Weekend League on this account. Now, this is going to be the team we're going with. I'm a bit concerned. I've had nothing but rage and gameplay issues with this whole team so far in Weekend League. I think we've played now 10 or 11 games, maybe 12 games even, on this account specifically. So we're gonna be going with this formation, 4 width, 4 depth, 4 width, 5 depth on attack, possession and pressure on heavy touch. With this setup, Forsberg will be walking off the field in the first minute for Goretzka to come on. Ibra at striker, Royce at cam, Usman at right cam, Bernard at left cam, and then the back line obviously is unchanged. So a few concerns, of course, are mainly that I'm using red Hummels instead of a Kanji, but we got him in red player picks, and it's not that deep. If I bottle even gold 1 this weekend on this account, oh well. You know what, man? This game is so pay to win that I think even with a Kanji and a couple other meta players in there, once I start coming up against these Neymars and Mbappes, I'm just not good enough to overcome a good FIFA player with a God squad. You know, a good FIFA player with a matching team, or not a great FIFA player with a God squad, is fine. But once in champs you get to that 10 elo when you're 10-0 or 9-2, and once you start matching up against other players in good records, they usually tend to be high value teams with high quality players. And my brain capacity with my squad can't match up against it. So having said that, I'm not too scared about using Hummels. If it's a complete disaster today, Hummels might come out of the team for the Saturday game. So as you guys know, for this episode, there'll be 10 games. As always, you'll get the loading team, then you'll get the goals, and then the final whistle if it's a win. If it's a loss, because who wants to be listening and watching to me rage and scream? People get it live on stream as it is. So if it's a loss, our Malika knows to just grab the loading team, and then of course the final whistle, unless there's like a really funny or crazy goal that happens during the game, and then usually that gets put at the front of the episode for like the teaser to the entirety of the episode. So nevertheless, that is the setup that we're going to be going with this squad. We've got a few things to update you guys with before we even get into gameplay. So 6 p.m. UK time as well, which will be in probably 10 or 15 or 20 minutes of this episode. There's going to be new content. Now, as far as I know, we get a new Scream team. There's been people have been tweeting me some leaks, although I don't know. Like I've seen what was that CDM? A Scream Bakayoko, but I've seen a few graphic artists make that Bakayoko, so I don't know what's real and what isn't, or what's a troll and what isn't. Nevertheless, we get a brand new Scream team at 6 p.m. UK time today, which I guess it doesn't really, either way, a little bit later we get a brand new Scream team. We get brand new objectives, which is going to be fantastic because as I've mentioned, I've turned into Nepenthes now, where in 2 days, or 3 days in fact, we have completed everything. I mean, honest to God, every last thing we have completed. So we kind of now, outside of just playing the game to get better and playing the menus, which I'm fine doing because we need to build up our team, we have achieved absolutely everything on this account. And you know what, when Nep was saying, like, I watch Nep's videos to catch up. I mean, I talk pretty regularly with Nep on a daily basis, or we play games together if it's Fortnite and stuff, so I kind of know what he's got going on. But usually with my friends, I like keep up with what they're doing by watching their videos. You know, I'll watch Skills' Road to Glory video, I'll watch Zway's Road to Glory video, I'll watch Run the Fut Markets channel if I don't talk to him during the day, I'll watch Nep's Road to Glory videos and stuff like that if I don't, or Marshall's videos, stuff like that, if I'm not talking to those guys every day, just to keep up with like what they got going on. And it's just fun for me, and I think a lot for the viewer base as well. If I find it fun as a content creator to like, it's not a competition. Again, Nep, Run the Fut Market, it's Zway, these are some of my best friends in the community. I'm not competing against them, but for me, I find it really fun to like see what they're doing and then seeing like, oh, that's cool. Oh, I'm doing this on my road to glory and stuff. And I wonder, like, there's the question of the day for the episode, and we'll talk about it on with the Twitch chat as well. Do you guys watch all the other content creators' road to glories and compare them to each other? Like, do you watch my road to glory and are like, oh, Nick's doing this, oh, he's got Ibra, oh, cool, you know, Skills packed Ronaldo, he's doing this, oh, Nep got Ronaldo, he's doing this, oh, Zway is Zway and he's got Kai Havertz? Like, do you guys do that, or do you genuinely just watch one series and that's it? No. So what I'm seeing with my stream, at least, is most people are just saying they watch me, which is mind-blowing. Considering even as a content creator, I like keeping up with what other people are doing and seeing how they're running their series. I just compare what you and Nep do year in and out. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm actually very surprised by that. I didn't think that would be the case. So I'm wondering if the comment section will be very similar. Now, before we get into gameplay, I do have a couple of packs stored, and they're not that impressive, I gotta be honest. So the Marquee Moments pack, I just forgot to claim it. I apologize. This is just by doing bronze packs yesterday. I got a bronze pack within a bronze pack, but we did do a little something. So thanks to just grinding the game and building the club up, we have complete. Excuse me. We have completed the League Nation hybrid. Hey, sometimes I got gas, dude. What do you want? Like, I'm sorry. I have gasoline. What the heck, dude? It's my first coffee. It's bubbling up. I'm brewing down below as well. What are you gonna do? All right? I'm brewing a nice thunder. So anyways, we got the advanced SBCs done. God bless Futbin is all I'm gonna say, man. I went through Futbin and I just picked a squad that got built that I had most of the players for. So this team, for example, I had pretty much everyone other than this right side of the field. So I had to buy this guy for 900 coins. And I think this guy for 400 coins, 450, and then this guy for 600. That's it. Everything else was pack pulled, which is why obviously we're on 100 chemistry. So premium gold players pack done and dusted. Okay, Pope can go. He's in the GOAT squad. That's fine. Now, I'm not going to open this, of course, right? We're going to wait. You're going to have to wait till another 5, 10, 15 minutes into the episode for the new Scream team to come out. I already have the player that I want. Same thing here. I think this is all pack pulled outside of these two guys. I'm pretty confident, right? 850 for Bomb and Dumfries for 900. I think I had to buy Banat as well. Yeah, I did have to buy Banat. But, like, Morales, is he even worth something? He's pack pulled for me. Is Morales, like, 2 or 3K still? No, so he's 1,000 coins. Good. That's the one thing I wanted to check and make sure I wasn't just getting rid of someone that was very, very good. So a mega pack here as well for the new Scream team is going to be great. Tevez is in the online objectives team for the silver team that you guys saw yesterday. So there we go. I mean, I guess we can open this bronze pack. I don't know why I have it sitting in the store. We'll get that opened. You have 2 hours for the Scream team? Yeah, I'm talking in terms of the video, Mr. Fish. Being that this is an edited Road to Glory, 2 hours of me playing the game and gameplay will be clipped into 5 minutes or maybe 8 minutes of content for the Road to Glory. That's all. That's all. I realize IRL we're still a couple hours away from the you know what? I got room in the trade pile, right? Yeah. And then is this guy worth anything as well? He would be tough to sell. Now that right back, that English right back might have a value. I might have to go back in the club and get rid of him. Okay, there we go. So mega pack, premium players pack, 2 rare player pack, and then this one, which I'm finding is such a bad pack this year. So this team, unfortunately, the only players I had that were pack pulled were Company and whatever the F this guy's name is. So we had to go do the loyalty glitch, which honestly is so fast. It took 5 minutes, maybe like 10 minutes, you know, sitting there watching Zway rage at FIFA. on his stream and just doing this in the background or whatever was good to go. So yeah, this was probably one of the more annoying ones if you don't like doing the loyalty glitch, or you don't know that there's a loyalty glitch. If you don't know that there's a loyalty glitch, then maybe these types of SBCs are going to be a bit daunting for you because you feel like you need you know, to pack every single one of the players or use them in your teams. You don't. You absolutely do not. Now, 13,000 coins. My coins went up, right? Before I even claim that? Or are my coins going to go up again? What do you guys think? You know what? Why don't I run that kit for today? There we go. So, we are all caught up even on the SBCs. Now, interestingly, before, again, I apologize, before we get into the gameplay, I know this is a little bit of a long intro, so apologies there, but I was actually thinking, man, and maybe I won't, because I've constantly said I want to stay liquid, but I was looking at some of these player prices, insane. I can't believe anybody would do this, you know, 500k or whatever. Now, he's down to 150k, maybe 160k instead of the 200k. Considering how good Lewandowski is, that's a bit tempting. I still think it's insane to get rid of 150,000 coins, and you know you're never going to get anything out of these 3 packs unless you're part of the 1% of very lucky people with good pack luck. Another one, though, now that I'm using Ibra, though, is Vela. I'm a little bit torn on whether or not to do them. I was checking his price. He's like 23,000 coins to do. That's cheap, man. Very, very, very cheap. Now, there's a lot of time left, so I'm not going to rush into this either way because I don't know, and Ibra, Ibra, okay, just pretend you can't hear this. Hold on. Ibra, stop looking at me, Ibra. I don't think I'm going to keep Ibra. He's so hard to use. I don't know. Forgive me for my sins, but he's so hard to use in this gameplay, man. He's like a clunky Titanic ship, bro. Okay, anyways, nothing, Ibra. So that's the other thing is like I'll give this, considering it's 17 days away. Let me use Ibra for the next week or two and just see if I can come to terms with Zlatan, because the struggle bus is real right now in terms of gameplay. And then waste of money in my opinion, big time, unless you're a huge Porto fan or you're a Brazil fan or a Hulk fan. Obviously there's reasons to do him, but for the general population, no. Just get yourself a Dembele, dude. Dembele's like, Ousmane Dembele's like 30k now. You know, and then you can, guess what? You can sell him when you don't need him anymore. And he's French, well, maybe not way easier to link, but specifically in La Liga and plays for Barca, way easier to link. Yeah, so Carlos Vela's got me a little bit up in arms in terms of what I want to do here. And then let me show you guys the trade pile so I can clear it out. We can get back to bronze packs. Just the, the average standard, trade pile where a little bit of bronze packs here and there. I did again some bronze packs in the evening, waiting for my my videos to finish uploading. So nothing too crazy. This was the good one. We did pretty well with this guy. Picked him up, obviously being a Bundesliga player, and his cheapest was 7,500. So I probably could have got 6,900 out of him, but whatever. 6,200 is still decent. I'm still pretty happy about that. And nice to see too that these 200 coin players are actually selling. So is there really that many new FIFA players out there? Now, again, I say that while having, if you guys pay attention, there's some of these guys up for 200 that you've probably seen now in the trade pile for weeks. So I'm actually tempted to restart, especially like with the off-league plebs. So not even the off-league plebs, but like really low-rated players like you. Let me list up the high-value guys first. I'll drop some prices a little bit here. So we'll do Ruyard down a bit. Got to manage this trade pile a little bit more. This guy, you know what, man? I think he was just in a FUT bin SBC last night. I don't even think I'm gonna, same for this dude. I don't think I'm gonna sell these dudes. League 1 player though, he'll definitely sell. Just got to be patient. People pre-prepping for League 1 always gonna see players like that sell. Drop him down by 1. Turkish League again, always gonna have a decent value. Surprise, man. The MLS players have plummeted. Drop him. This is for the marquee matchups. Or sorry, is it the marquee matchups? I don't know. Not entirely sure. League 1 again. Surprised that this man isn't selling. Colombian players seem to have a good sale price as well. Usually, this guy, was this guy part of a... Ah, fuck! Damn it! See, I missed the window. This is a perfect example. So this guy was part of a Futman SBC. The cheapest was 3,500. And I was like, dude, if I can get 2,500, I'm excited. And that's the balance you gotta have, man. You gotta be willing to maybe like undercut a good amount to get a sale. If I put this guy up for 1,900 by now, he probably would have sold. Now, unfortunately, he's not only a duplicate, but will probably not even sell for 200 coins. So, you know, it's one of those things. That's the bronze pack method where you got to decide how much money or how much profit you want to try and make. Let's check. Same thing for this guy. No, he's still okay. So he's still around his price. Maybe just because it was late night. I'll drop him a little bit then. And then this guy too. Let's pop down a lit. You know what? Let's do that. There we go. Now for the rest of these guys, all 200 coins. So Germans, I think I'll sell. Like wingbacks, I think I'll keep to sell. An off league, you know, English player, I think I'll keep to sell. But like these dudes, they can all go. This dude, this dude, this dude. The rest can stay. Okay, you're gone, you're gone. 58 rated Cam from Bundesliga 3. Probably not going to have a decent sale price either. Maybe this guy's even too low rated. Yeah, so let's get rid of these guys. The other ones, though, I think just via patience, we'll be able to eventually sell them. So there it is. The trade pile is ready to go. So throughout the day, as we're taking breaks from grinding gameplay, I'll be dipping into obviously bronze packs. We're going to be checking the market a little bit too, because I'm very interested to see where players, for example, actually, you want to see something that's depressing for those of you guys that are a fan of this series. Again, before we get into gameplay, can you tell I'm trying to postpone things? Look at this. He's almost extinct as an inform right now. His OTW fully extinct. He's gone. I bought his OTW, as you guys would have seen on the Road to Glory videos, for 116k, sold them for 154k when he scored his first goal for Monaco. Since then, he's now extinct at 300,000 coins. Why? For a multitude of reasons, but mainly he's amazing, as we all know. But as well, I think it has to do with this Scream Bakayoko that people think is coming. I just, for some reason, feel like people are buying him up to get that usage out of him, if that makes sense. I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like. So he's now all but extinct. How have we done on Ibra? We got Ibra for 230k. Yesterday it was like 275 or 280. Need to try and find a version of him. Look at that, man. Weekend League is in full effect. Let's see. 295. That's it! Wait, what? Oh my god, dude. I thought there was only 3 on the market. No, the game's just glitched. Okay, so we're talking probably still 280, 290 for Zlatan. And then Bernard, our purchase as well. I don't even remember. What did we get Bernard for, guys? I think we got Bernard for... What was it? 165 or something like that? 164. Thank you, dude. So nice having a live Twitch chat that can constantly like give me the information I need without me having to go hum and haw about it and figure it out. So he's 200k. So we've still done very, very good on our screen purchases. So I'm happy we did that. The pre-rewards day purchasing is absolutely still in effect. So if you're buying players from Sunday through to maybe Wednesday, early Wednesday-ish, you're just looking good. And do I think it'll happen next week? I don't know, but as of right now, we've been doing very, very well in that regard. And you know what? Let me go see what about someone like Marco Reus? We got Marco Reus for like 200, right? Being that it's Friday, we're like full-fledged, or right, maybe very early Saturday morning for you guys by the time you're watching this. What is his price right now? There's no way he's up to 230, right? 209 on bid, 6 minutes away. That's a good sign. He actually is. Oh my god, we've even made 20 to maybe 25,000 coins on Royce. 220. Oh, Striker and Hunter. Wow. That's actually amazing, man. Okay. So we've done very, very nicely on all of our players. Again, The tough part is deciding if and when I sell my players on, and how I do it, or when I do it, of course, right? Because I need these players for weekend league. So it's great that we've made a good chunk of profit on some of them. I wonder if Dembele's back up in price, but when do we sell? Do we try and get our games done today and tomorrow and then sell it tomorrow so we make profit, but potentially screw up our weekend league finish because we're playing 15 games a day instead of 10 a day? I don't know. So on that note, let's go to war. So for this weekend only, we're having a huge sale at Display. Instead of 15% off with the Nick20AT code, it's 35% off your displays, dudes. 35% off your displays this entire weekend. So if you want to have Ibra staring over your champs games, or you want to have Dino, or you want to get Nene or Johan Cruyff for maybe the Dark Knight stuff, or maybe a Nick20AT display that we will eventually get, you can go to Display now, 35% off for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday using code Nick20AT. Obviously at the store would be absolutely fantastic if you want. And every purchase you make, we will be planting 10 trees per order. So not only are you getting great art, but you're also saving the world, man. Love it. I'm the worst at securing the bag. Apparently it's code pumpkin, not Nick20AT. Bags. Hashtag ad, hashtag promo, hashtag Nick is the worst promoter of all things. It's pumpkin. Pumpkin. You want to know something secret? My mom used to call me Pumpkin as a kid. You know, like instead of calling me Nicky Poo or Sweetheart, her secret code name for me was Pumpkin. And little bit of tidbit of information for you about my life. If there was anyone at school that ever tried to pick me up when I was a kid that I didn't know, I was instructed by my mom to tell them, okay, what's the code name? What's my code name? And if they didn't know it was Pumpkin, they weren't allowed to pick me up and take me in their van with all their candies. Did we screen grab it? Did we do it? Guys, I have to secure the bag. I gotta tweet it out with hashtag ad. How about this? Hold on. Good? Bags! Oh, okay. It's not a God Squad, I guess, as the first team of the weekend league. Come on, man. Come on, can we go 1-0, dudes? Why do I feel so much more pressure now that this account is full time? Oh! It's gonna be a long weekend, guys. I had Ibra in such nice space there to take that shot 2 or 3 seconds earlier, and his brain just exploded before he shot, and then he like scuffed it into the defender, and then I score, you know, 5 seconds later, a terrible goal. But okay, all right, I'm gonna try and be positive, guys. I don't know how this is gonna happen because of how clunky and horrendous this game is this year, but we'll try. Take a bow, Ibra. Take a bow. That's what you want from your big strikers, man. Play the ball into your striker, turn, and bang it. That's all you want. Again, I don't mean to be negative. I just know that what's happening here will not be happening in 10 games. When I'm getting high pressed by 8 defenders, Ibra just won't be able to do that. This guy, though, is like a bit scared to make tackles. And when someone isn't high pressing you, Ibra will eat you up for dinner. Well, yeah, that's not a bad finish, I suppose. I'll take it. Mr. Zlatan doing his thing. It's not really much else to say other than it was a, you know, semi-decent starting game. Stats were all in our favor. Passing accuracy was good. Tackling was resident sleeper. There wasn't a lot of tackling going on, but hey, 1-0. Oh, mama. Okay. Oh my God, dude. Game 2 and we're dealing with this? Oh, Neymar's gonna be a nightmare, dude. This is a 4-2-3-1 sweat fest with Sissoko. You know what? No, actually, that's a 4-1-2-1-2, isn't it? That's a very good team. I don't know how to improve as a FIFA player in that game right there. I don't know in that situation, walking away from the game, how to do better. Ibra cracked the post, I think 3 times by the end of the game. I conceded 2 shots on 2 counterattack goals. One of them was a rebound from a terrible pass in the 105th minute. That was a clear open pass that my player just passed to Salah. He runs down the field, smacks it off the post, taps it in with Neymar. I don't know how to improve on a game like that. And that's why year in, year out, EA bottle it with the release of their game, because you get games like that where you walk away from and you're like, I don't want to play anymore. There's no way to improve on that. Like, I'll watch pro players take losses like that, where you're just like, what's the point? It's just EA in control of the game and then a guy riding his luck. And again, these morons will say, oh, but that happens in real football. This is a video game. This is a competitive video game. We have 6-minute halves. I don't have 45 minutes to break down a guy that has 10 players behind the ball. I have 6 minutes. There's no skill gap in this game, man. There's none. With ultra defensive drop back, AI doing everything, counterattack, RNG, rebounds, getting you goals. There's no skill gap. Where's the early access manual defending skill gap that we had? Why did they get rid of that? Oh, I'm just so deflated, man. One game like that, and then for me, because I just have a weird mentality, it just tracks into the next God knows how many games. Look at this setup, too. What am I even looking at? He's going to put Paulinho and then Lucas up top, I suppose. I had to make 2 extra passes there. Not one. I had to make 2 extra passes there because of how slow the game is. Normally, in a game of FIFA, I should have a shot opportunity there with Dembele. I don't. Play the ball to Royce. Still don't have a shot opportunity. Have to extra play the ball over to Ibra to get a shot opportunity. That's what we're dealing with right now with this game, boys. We're up against it. How does Ibra never win any header ever, man? Yeah, this guy's a good FIFA player, dude. This game is not going to finish 2-0. This is going to be an onslaught of hell. Very, very patient FIFA player in the attack. I'm lucky to be 2-0 up right now. I tried to hit that green as well. Didn't happen. Wow, what a tackle through my back there from Eder Militao. Dear Lord. 4-0, 2-1 on the weekend already. I can't believe we took a loss. Second game in, man. Absolutely heartbreaking, but whatevs. It is what it is, man. That's just kind of the type of stuff you got to deal with. Ter Stegen on 6 saves, too, is pretty impressive. But hey, early doors, Ibra's balling, dudes. The gameplay is so annoying that I can't seem to even enjoy Ibra. That's my biggest concern. Yeah, he's got at least 11 goals in his last 3 champs games. So I don't know. What is Ibra's record even looking like? Jesus! 26 goals in 14 games. Now, again, that blows my mind because I don't feel like he's that great. I know. But dude, when the gameplay is clunky, big clunky players like Ibra just are so hard to use. Let's just wait, okay? The record is nice right now. Let's get to the end of the weekend league and see if it continues, because he's really hard to use, dudes. I know you guys just look at stats and think, "Oh my God, what is he talking about?" But I guess it's just common now. You're not really going to be coming up against pleb teams anymore, right? 4th game of the weekend. Are we going to go 2-2 or can we make it 3-1, dudes? Come on, Nick 28T. Don't be a batch. There's genuinely 3-second delay in this game right now. And look at Royce's shot too. He like shot it into outer space.
Penalty put away.
Wait, was that my center back? Ah! And he gets the counter. Oh my god. Come on, boys. Focus. Yes! You idiot. This game blows!
Can you please unban me? I will watch my filthy mouth.
So Dr. Mo, hopefully you understand why you got banned. I have a lot of people in my family that are serving in the military, that are career police officers. I've got family and friends that have been affected horribly by their family members being injured, being police officers, trying to serve their community. One of my closest cousins is now like in the ERT, which is emergency response team, which is like a SWAT team basically, but in Canada, you know, they ride mooses and stuff like that and rappel down buildings on top of a moose. So to me, and I was this close to joining the military, and I was this close and fully accepted into the Vancouver Police Force as well before I got also accepted into college to finish up my degree. So I decided to go to college to finish off my business degree. So, and can we get a ban on Love for RM permanently? Thank you. After he hears me say that stuff, he puts that in there because he thinks he's cool. So can we get a permanent ban on him, mods? Thank you. So I have a very close relationship with service members, whether it's police officers, fire, ambulance, military, that when someone writes something like that in my chat, like that guy did that got himself banned right now, or when someone like you writes in the chat after someone is proudly saying I got accepted into the police force, I'm really excited to make a good change in my community, seeing someone that's a subscriber in my channel then write police officer ew just as and is not welcome in my channel. Now I do understand that there's a lot of tough opinions and thoughts in that area. I know a lot of people might have certain issues maybe in their communities with police officers, but I have had nothing but amazing experiences within my family and with police in general. You guys know I got swatted very early on in my career, and if it wasn't for the intelligence of the police officers and the SWAT team that showed up at my house, the ERT team that showed up at my house, I might have been killed. You know, so I've explained that all out to you guys many times, and I guess it was thank God to me having kids is why they like toned down breaching into the house and stuff like that. And now it's all good. Now we've got a sergeant that we talk to regularly. We're marked. Our house is marked as like this is gonna sound like I'm flexing. I'm not, but like as a celebrity house, because local celebrities, whether you're a mayor or a hockey player or a soccer player out here, they get swatted all the time in Vancouver. So we're part of this like whatever, you know, so we're all safe now. So at the end of the day, a horrible situation actually has now made my house and my family safer. But I just want you guys to know, like, if you get banned for stuff like that, very rarely will you be unbanned, because I have nothing but respect for police officers and people that put their lives on the line to keep our community safe, to, you know, go fight in defense of our country, ignoring the politics of what goes on there, doing what they think is best to try and keep their family and their community safe. And that level of toxicity in my channel is not welcome. Okay? Why did you get swatted? You tell me. Why did I get swatted? Why did someone fake call the police over and over again to have the police break into my house and want to breach and clear my house with a 2-year-old baby and a 4-year-old kid? You tell me how the world is where someone thought it would be a good idea to do that and have the police show up at my house. I don't know. You tell me, bro. I can't understand why someone would do that. I have no clue. Zway's been swatted as well. Like, people are just disgusting. But nevertheless, the long story short being that, please, let's show some respect to, you know, people serving under any type of badge. And hopefully, if you do have bad experiences with police officers and stuff like that, I hope that in your community things, you know, get better, so that there is a better relationship, because I do know very well that there's rough relationships with police forces in different areas. I've been lucky enough to not have to deal with that, And you know what? It might be also my upbringing and many other reasons as well, right? That I've been fortunate enough not to have to deal with horrible issues in that regard. So again, I understand where people's thoughts are in those regards, but at least you know where I stand in that situation as well. And we try and show respect to people wherever we can. So God bless. I'm doing like 1,900 and 1,500 for these guys. I might be putting these dudes up for too much, but at the same time, it's like, you want to try and get a sale, like 700 for strikers. I'm kind of doing like 700 for strikers, and like players that don't fit in the formation, because I think that makes the most sense. And then like goalkeepers and stuff, center backs, left mids specifically, center mids, CDMs, those ones I put up for a little bit more. And that right there, dude, just goes to show, man. I had a situation as well when I was younger. Mother's Day, driving to my grandma's house for Mother's Day celebration. It was at the time where I was kind of going through some rough stuff, like teenage years. I was fighting with my dad. I was just in a dark place, you know, dealing with like high school, like the tail end of high school, worrying about trying to get into college at the height of like my Lebanese family forcing me and wanting me to be a dentist and a doctor and all that bullshit. I was just in a really dark spot, and I ended up being really late for a family dinner on Mother's Day for my mom. You know, single mom, did everything she could for me, and I couldn't even be on time for her dinner. So I was speeding like an idiot trying to get there on time, and I got pulled over by a traffic cop. Traffic cops are usually a little bit more yikes, I would say. They seem to be a little bit more cold-hearted and just happy to screw you over and give you a ticket. But I got pulled over by a police officer, and I was just so flustered. He pulled me over going 65 kilometers an hour over the speed limit. So in Canada, anything above 40 kilometers an hour, you essentially lose your license. They can impound your car, and they can screw your life up completely by full letter of the law. You know, I got pulled over, and I've always been taught by my parents to just be, even when you're in the wrong, or even when you feel like you've been unfairly pulled over, no matter what your race or your religion is, to just, when you get pulled over, you pull over, you turn off your car, you put the keys on the dash so the officer can see the keys, and you just get your papers ready no matter what. So I was sitting there all flustered, and I had that done, and I was holding the papers, and like my hands are shaking. Obviously, you're a little bit stressed out being pulled over, and especially knowing the speed I was going at, I was like, this is going to be the end. You know, and he walked up to the door, and he's like, son, do you know why I pulled you over? And again, I know I can be like a relative dickhead when playing champs, but in situations like that, you just have to be honest and open. And I said, well, yeah, I know I was speeding. And I just said real quick, like, here are my papers. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get to my mom's dinner, you know, a dinner at my mom's for Mother's Day, because I'm an idiot and I'm incredibly late. And he's like, okay, well, let me just go back to the car and whatever. So he went back to the car like 15 minutes later. So he took some time, and I was just sitting there thinking, I'm done. That's the end of it. And he come back to the car, and he's like, you know what? This could be the very similar to that statement B. Strauss said. This could be the beginning of a really, really tough next few years of your life. He's like, I looked at your record. Everything's clean. And please just make sure that you're not driving like a moron, and give yourself more time on the road. You know, give your mom a hug, let her know you love her, and just try and be a little bit more responsible on the road. You know, have a good day. And that was it. So I, from a very early beginning, have had nothing but respect for police officers as well. Now, on the flip side, I've also been pulled over and got completely f***ed over, you know, as well. So I've had the other side of it, but normally in dealings with police, it's been nothing but good. So I'll give you the flip side of it as well. Same exact situation, not speeding, driving down the road. This is so a negative experience with a police officer. Driving down the road, we were again, as always with Nick, late to a dinner with Steph's mom's birthday, believe it or not. This was like 8 or 9 years ago. And we're going down the highway. I'm not speeding, but we're late. And we're driving in my 2004 R32. beautiful car, one of my favorite cars ever, still to this day regret selling it. And a cop like is just behind me. I'm going the speed limit, I'm not doing anything wrong, we're on the highway going like, you know, gotta go to like a certain different part of the city for a dinner. And Steph is such a panicker, so she's just for the whole time like, oh my god, there's a police officer behind it, oh my god, what is it, is the car too loud? And no, like on my R32 I had like an exhaust valve as well, full straight pipes on a beautiful 3.2 liter motor. It sounded like sex, but when I was city driving, you could turn on a valve and just have it run through the mufflers instead of the straight pipe. So it was very quiet, very like calm, but it was low, beautiful, big wheels, you know, BBS LM wheels. You guys have seen pictures of it on stream and whatnot. Anyways, so she's freaking out thinking it's maybe because the car or whatever. And then, you know, 5 minutes down the road, I get lit up. So the lights all get lit up and whatever. And we get pulled over. So again, I'm like, well, I've done nothing wrong here. So I don't know exactly what's going on. But either way, same thing. Windows all down. Turn the car off. Put the keys on the dash. Open the dashboard. Get out the papers and whatever. And an officer, you know, comes up to the window. He's like, you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, holy, no, I'm not entirely sure. I'm sitting there holding my thing. He's like, your license is expired. Like screaming into the window. And I was like, oh, wait, what? Really? And my license had expired. So like in Vancouver, you need like, you know, yearly license or weekly license. My year-long insurance had expired 9 hours earlier that night, right? And I looked at the paper and I was like, oh my God, I had no idea. I was gonna go to the insurance and renew my insurance like that evening or the next night. I was like, oh, I guess I just got flustered because we're late to this dinner again. Not that he knows I'm using the late excuse again. And he's like, that is incredibly illegal. Give me your paperwork. And I was like, just screaming, like so angry. So he takes the paperwork and Steph's sitting there bawling her eyes out, of course, right? Completely bawling her eyes out, for no reason, because we got pulled over and she's just dramatic. But anyways, she's bawling her eyes out now because we're sitting in the car for 20 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes. The police officer's just in the back of the car with all my paperwork for almost an hour. So she's like, well, now we're an hour late to this dinner. People are probably leaving by now. So she's all freaking out and annoyed by it. And then about 45 minutes later, a big, huge tow truck pulls up in front of us. And I look at that, I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? I look at that, I'm like, I'm getting towed? So he comes back to the window, he's like, yeah, this is incredibly illegal. You should know what you're doing here. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I'll go right now. Like, I'll call a taxi from here and I'll go get my insurance and come back. And I'm like, you don't have to tow the car. This like, it's a low car. Like this, it's like a regular tow truck. It's going to destroy the whole front end of my insanely rare European R32. Like, and obviously I don't say that, but I'm like in my head, I'm like, my car's gonna get destroyed. The whole front end is gonna get destroyed trying to get on this stupid truck. Because I'm on these like, you know, KW coilovers, like V3 racing coilovers. Dear God, man. So anyways, he sit there and he's like, no, you can't go. And I'm like, oh my God. So I get a taxi for Steph to the dinner so she can go to the dinner. I get a $380 ticket. I get points on my license and my car is now being towed. So I get to sit there and watch my whole front end get destroyed and pummeled as the guy's trying to like scrunch his huge claws under the car to like hook the car up. And then the police officer off with a massive ticket and whatever, and the tow truck driver, like we sit down. I'm not rude to the tow truck driver because obviously it's not his fault, but I sit down in the passenger seat of the tow truck. So what's happening right now? He's meant to take my car to the impound, and then I have to from the impound get a taxi to the insurance agency, and then a taxi back to the insurance back to the impound with my newly paid insurance, and then pay the $300 impound fee to get the car out and have my whole front end destroyed. All that for having insurance expired by 9 hours, which again, I understand was my fault. But can you believe that police officer did and put points on my license? So I was like a couple of points away from losing my license. I sit down in the car and the tow truck driver, you know, gets in next to me after up the whole front end of my car, and he looks at me and he's like, dude, he's like, I'm so sorry, man. When I got the call in, I was like, I have no idea why I had to show up. He's like, you're one of the first people that, by the law, sure, but you're one of the first people that has ever had this ticket and had your car be ordered towed away to the impound. He's like, I've never seen that before. He's like, were you like, it's like, sorry to ask, but were you rude? Like, were you speeding? What? And I was like, no, I didn't do anything. He's like, I've never seen that before. I was like, okay, well, I'm like, you know, that's life, I guess. I was sitting there being a baby, you know, being all sad, being beta 28T. And he's like, well, look, he's like, you know what? This is crazy. You've already had a horrible day. Your wife has left you or whatever. I think at that time, Steph was my girlfriend. I don't know. We're talking, no, 9 years ago, we would have been newly married, I think. So anyways, he's like, oh, so your girl, whatever, went off. He's like, what I'll do is, are you okay with me just driving you? He's like, we'll ignore what the officer said. I'm not going to take your truck to your car to the impound. I'll drive you to the nearest insurance agency. And I was like, dude, are you serious? Thank you, man. So we go to the insurance agency, puts my car down, crunches the bumper again like crazy, but gets the car off the truck. I go to the insurance agency, get my stuff or whatever, and I was like, well, what do I owe you? Can I pay you here, the like impound fee or whatever? He's like, don't worry about it. Have a good day, dude. And drove away. I was like, Canada's fun. I love Canada. So, you know, that was my story. But had that guy followed the letter of the law with the police officer, I would have been out almost $1,000 and had crazy points on my license and had my car destroyed, all for having expired insurance because a police officer was apparently just having a horrible day. So I actually went to court for the ticket because of the points on my license. Like, I would have genuinely almost lost my license for something silly like that. And going to court in Canada, again, it's like a civil court. You go to the court and then the police officer shows up and you just plead your case. You just say like, hi, I'm a student. Look at my record. I'm not an asshole. I know I was in the wrong and I'm fine with paying the price for it, but like potentially losing my license over something like this is ridiculous. So the judge actually threw out the whole thing. Police officer didn't even show up. The guy didn't even show up to the court case and it got thrown out. So I didn't have to pay it. I didn't get points on my license, nothing. The only thing at the end of the day that happened is my bumper got destroyed. But anyways, so I guess the positive and negative, sometimes you can have police officers be complete assholes like that guy was, but to me, even through the bad experiences, I try not to allow the bad experiences to like ruin the good experiences or ruin my respect for police. Does that make sense? Because they do have tough jobs. What car was it? It was a 2004 mint condition Volkswagen R32. Super, super rare car. Had like 10 or 11,000 miles on it. It was basically my show car, my Sunday driver. Okay, so we're back from all the 6 p.m. content cheese. Well, actually, I think based off of what you guys have probably already seen, we had a lot of fun discussions going on with like police and positivity and this and that. So actually, you've seen a bunch of content already since I've come back from the 6 p.m. content drop. So let's just continue with it. Sorry, gotta close up all the lights. It's too bright, man. I'm a vampire and that stuff is too bright. So in terms of the content that EA have given us, it's been good again today. It's made me a fortune. We're already up, I think, 20,000 coins profit, maybe actually more. I might be up almost 30,000 coins. Is it 30? Almost 30,000 coins profit. So first one of the random SBCs that they have come out with was this one for a semi-decent pack. As always, I'm using as many untradables as possible. In fact, I think it's all untradeable outside of this guy. I think the whole team is untradeable. So I just, I pieced together the untradeable players that fit the description, right, for the objective, and then pieced together all Spanish untradeable batches as well, which is very, very good, of course. And considering we get a prime mixed player pack out of it, that's great too. Replace 11 untradeable players or 10 untradeable players for 11 tradable players. Always good business in my eyes. Second, Van Helsingborg or whatever, this one is a big cash money maker. So I pieced together, that's 3 more untradeable golds, just random bronzes, which you can use as well. And these guys are untradeable as well. Fully untradeable. This guy's untradeable too. I was going to use him in the team, but then I thought, well, considering he's 73 rated, a Swede in the Danish league, maybe he'll be useful down the road. So we're using these guys, just 1 or 2 untradeable Swedish players, to get that one done. and then we've been cashing out the club. So I think maybe while we were talking about the police and all that stuff, positives, negatives, etc., you probably saw me starting to sell off the players. So here we are already. So these are just random. Obviously, unfortunately, that guy was listed up before the SBC came out, but this is where the money making is beginning, right? And this is where the bronze pack method just comes good. And my recommendation, as always, is as you're spamming bronze packs, you store everything. And here's another example as to why I think it's crazy to sit there and rinse your club for the silver upgrades right now. Imagine you went through and did the Swedish League. You would have screwed yourself out of 100,000 coins, 50,000 coins, 80,000 coins. So, and it's a random Friday, right? It's not a Thursday. So the systems that we used to use last year where you'd open bronze packs all the way till Thursday, wait till marquee matchups, use your bronze players in marquee matchups, and then sell the bronze players that have gone up in price. And then Thursday evening, you rinse all your bronze players through silver upgrades and open them, and then spend the rest of the week opening bronze packs again. I don't think that's smart to do because of stuff like this. With these events, they come up with these random SBCs that end up making all of us so much money that I really do think it's worth doing. And considering I still have, let's look at this. That's at least 10K right there. That's 20K. That's easily 30K. That's easily 40, maybe even 50K. So that's 40 or 50K right there. I'll drop these guys' prices a little bit too. But yeah, we'll be very close to 200,000 coins here once all these items in the trade pile sell. Now, I have been seeing, and this is something I wanted to talk about to you guys as we go and open our packs, I guess kind of like midway through the episode. Been seeing a few people in the comments section saying they're not too happy with me like randomly opening packs throughout the epi. And they miss me opening the packs at the end of the episode like we've done over the past 5 years during our live Poor Man Road to Glory recordings, our 1 or 2 hour recordings. Now, obviously I did that to try and keep people engaged in the 2 hour long video so that they'd stay to the end, hopefully watch the ads, and then look at the packs. I think, though, people are mad that I don't save the packs for the end of the video because you could watch my 5 or 10 minute intro last year and then just fast forward to the end of the video to get the packs. Whereas now, because all my packs are sprinkled throughout the episode, very similar to how Nep does it, which is just, I'm not doing it strategically, it's just now I get to open the packs whenever I want instead of saving them for the end of an episode. It's a little bit more annoying for people that only want to look at the intro, see what's going on, and then look at the end of the packs. You got to siphon through to watch the pack opening. So benefits me, obviously, you know, inadvertently. Just means more people get more ads and we secure the bag more on the YouTube channel. But I'm not going to change. So I do understand where you guys are coming from. I do totally get that you guys would rather see it, or maybe some people would rather see the packs be at the end of the episode, but I'm not really changing anything. I'm just going to keep it the way it is right now. Now, having said that, for those of you guys that haven't seen my content video on the day, is there any way I could just go look at the new Scream cards? Take me there. No, it takes me right into the store, the scammers, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So again, we're back to the same crap that we've been asking for years. We can see the team of the weeks, right? You can see the new team of the week, but there's nowhere to see the new Scream cards in oh, you got to go to the EA's Twitter. You got to go to their, you know, whatever, which is just ridiculous, man. I hate that we can't see this stuff on our own time. So let me just pull it up for you guys real quick. I talked through in great detail about the Scream players, and I'm very, very impressed by EA's event. I know a lot of people will find whatever reason to complain, but I'm very impressed by what they're doing here. So not to repeat myself for the earlier episode, but to me, this setup is amazing. They're pulling 10, 11, 12 players from obscurity into the meta. When you talk about like Gary Medell, looks like a better than Allen card. When you talk about Laxalt, looks incredible as a left mid in 3-5-2. When you look at St. Just, another amazing center back, especially for, you know, Dutch teams or the Bundesliga. You look at Adama Traore, his boost, he's got like plus 20 passing and shooting. Amazing. Trippier gets pushed right into the meta for the La Liga, or even, of course, Premier League, or if you have Rio Ferdinand eventually, as a right back in general. You give Trippier an anchor, and he's fantastic. Same thing goes for someone like Gamero. Dude, Gamero on a sniper or on a maestro or on a deadeye is a god tier, maybe dual striker. Payet on a deadeye or a maestro or a sniper, amazing cam. Iago Aspas is a bit resident sleeper. He's got 3-star, 3-star. He's very short, and I think he also has high work rates. So, I don't know if I would go with him, and he's like 400k right now, so he's a little bit overpriced. But then again, Bobby Firmino. So a lot of guys that they pulled from obscurity into the meta, and then they've got a few players there where their original cards are amazing, and these cards look even better. So I said this during the 6 p.m. video today, but I think that Bobby Firmino should just be Bobby Firmino's card. And I'll repeat it again because, yes, this Bobby Firmino looks so great, but I think that should be a standard card. Either way, they priced him at 700k, and he's extinct. So he's not on the market. Lorenzo Insigne looks to be, I was gonna say, a lot of people would consider this, you know how I said the regular Insigne is the poor man's Leo Messi as essential cam. I love Lorenzo Insigne. Before looking at his price, I was thinking in my head that this guy would be like the medium income man's Messi, you know, probably 300-400k, maybe even 500k, but still 2 or 3 times cheaper than Messi for that same position and playing the same. Right now, this guy is the Italian Messi. He's like 1.1 million. Which is crazy. So he's insanely overpriced, but then again, they boosted his card like crazy. They gave him like plus 15 shooting. He looks great. I'd love to get him on the road to glory, but we might be a long way from getting someone like Lorenzo Insigne. And then again, Toni Kroos got jacked up, man. The pace, very usable now as a box-to-box, 4-1, 2-1-2, left center mid or right center mid, especially with an engine, or you give him a shadow, or you give him an anchor. He looks so usable, and this is what I wanted. I want to repeat before we get into things here. This is what I wanted from EA for these events. Why did I love this the Future Stars promotion from FIFA 19 the most? Is because they took 18 obscure young players in FIFA that were completely outside of the meta because they're all super low rated, and super jacked them into 18 more players that fit into high-end team metas. And that's kind of what we've gotten from these Scream players that they've released, which is amazing. So if you are a little annoyed because certain players didn't get a Scream or whatever, at least be happy that while we're dealing with horrendous gameplay and button delay and servers, at least they've pulled their finger out and have made the content good. You gotta give them credit where it's deserved, dudes. To me, the content is fantastic. So having said that, let's open our 6 packs that we have that we've been waiting for the new team, for the new Scream team. So we finished up the final Hybrid League Nations SBC. So we got a 25k pack, a mega pack, rare mega pack from that, rare player pack from one of the marquee moment SBCs, premium Electrum player pack, and Primix player pack from the 2 newest SBCs as well. So let's start things off with the 2 rare player pack and see if we can get anything good out of it. That is a no, unfortunately. Wait, it's a board? Oh. One of my mods wanted to see this guy get himself a Scream. Imagine though they gave him like 75 pace. He would be a pretty sick card. Is he a 5-star skiller? Or 4-star, 4-star at least? Could he have even been good? Not really. Please tell me the one I have is tradable. Let's go. Store that. Oh, they're both tradable. Never mind. That was a tradable pack. Cool. So, what else do we open here? I guess we open this one next, right? Premium Electrum player pack. Pretty crap pack usually. Got a rare gold, at least. No boards. Love the look of Scream Cruz. Dude, to me, Gary Medel might be a player we build a new squad around. Ah, Bundesliga 2. That's too bad. This guy worth anything? Nope. We'll store him for the eventual Bundesliga SBC. And I don't think... Yeah, he's Bundesliga 2 anyways. Any Swedes in there at all that are usable? Nope. Gotta look out for the Swedes. Okay. Let's do the premium gold player pack, then the prime mix, then the mega, then the rare mega. That's the process, boys. Another rare player. Come on, boards. No! Man, where's that AA9 skills pack luck, dude? I need me a Messi. I don't even want a Ronaldo, man. I want a Messi so bad. I know. It's not a big ask, right, guys? Is Vegvorst or any of these guys selling? The usual. Pop them up for near discard. Arias. Nope. Better than discard though. Those 100 coin wins, dudes, are always so great, man. Starts building up over time. Instead of just straight up discarding it, you list all of this stuff for a little bit more than discard, and they usually sell. And that's why we have such an amazing account right now on the Poor Man Road to Glory. Okay, Prime Mixed. Come on! One of these weird obscure packs. Give me something huge. Okay, another rare gold. Come on. That's... Oh, it's a board though. I think, right? Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, Resident Sleeper. I thought that was going to be Glicko mode at least. Man, that's too bad. 83 rated though helps. Serie A silver helps. La Liga silver helps. An Irish Bundesliga 3 player is fantastic. Are you worth anything, sir? He'll sell for the 200 if I'm patient. I got room. Oh, SBC. Marquee matchups. Nice. Not really worth all that much, but better than discard. Kappa, 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 Kappa. Dead joke, I know. The whole Irish Ivory Coast thing. I'm very unoriginal. Okay, Mega Pack. Come on. Come on. That's not even a board, is it? Oh my... Really? Oh no, bros. I mean, all of this will be usable. I'm gonna slide. Am I gonna fill my trade pile up? That's fine. I don't want to just include you guys in this. I'm gonna just know that I'm gonna list all this stuff up for sale. Get rid of that. Left back to left wing back. Damn, actually sells. Okay. Every little bit helps. Let's do 1400 there. That won't sell. That won't sell. That won't sell. Even if it does, who cares? Who cares? It's not coming home, you plebs. Nobody cares. So toxic. See, that's why I'm gonna go like 5-5 in weekend league. Just taking mini shots there at England, man. For no reason. Totally unnecessary. It is. Yeah, it is coming home. The Euros are coming home to the Netherlands, baby. Paul on tip. What, you think it's going home to England? Okay, rare mega pack. Come, come. Come, come. Please. Oh. Bro, rare mega packs suck, man. Oh my god. How bad is that, dude? We gotta try and go gold 3 or gold 1 this weekend. I can't be dealing with gold 2 and those terrible rare mega packs. Look at that, man. Are you kidding me? Nesta, nice. We'll have Nesta coaching Nesta. Amazing. Okay, store all that. Should again still have the room. Nice. How are the squad fitness cards looking? Have they cracked 1,000 coins yet or nah? Last time I checked, there's still like 700-800 coins, so not really worth listing. No, still 700. You know what? They might not. I think so many people are over inundated with squad fitnesses in their club that it might take another couple of weeks for the market to shift up, if ever. Honestly, they're about 800 coins, not moving. Yeah, I feel that. I was kind of expecting it. Munir is discard. Munir is actually discard. Wow. Not a bad starting player right there. Same thing for this man as well. Lazy buyers, I get 1,100 coins out of them. You can always make more than what they're going for, dude. Last year, me and Nep were consistently selling squad fitnesses for 1,600, 1,700, even when they were 1,400, right? You just have to be willing to just keep relisting over and over again. So that's just up to whether or not you want to be dealing with a trade pile full of stuff that might sell only a few items per hour. For me, I ended up giving up on it because the bronze pack method was just so much more profitable to have the bronze pack method stacked with players like this that sell versus a trade pile full of overpriced squad fitnesses to hope to sell them to lazy buyers. So anyways, God help me, let's get into some more gameplay. Oh, that is a spicy sweat team, isn't it? What are we looking at here? Potentially 4-1-2-1-2? That looks like a 4-1-2-1-2 squad. Okay, I'm gonna have to sit up for this, man. Bro, honestly, the sweat I'm coming up against today is crazy in these servers. Did he just ninja kick that instead of score the goal with his header? I pressed L1 R1 for a downward header. Ibra just ninja kicked that because he felt like it. I swear to God, I was holding L1 R1 downward header. I wasn't holding L2, I promise. What even is that? 99 flair? Dude, he does what he wants, man. What the heck? Forward through balls do not work in this AIDS-riddled fest game. When you make a forward pass, it always gets intercepted. The only way to do it is if you're just counterattacking someone and you pass it through the defender, then it works. But the only way to play in this game is lateral and backwards passes. They've completely ruined this game, man. I'm 5-1 right now, and I hate this. This is crap, man. It's garbage. This guy, the way he played just on draw, look at that! He had 10 players behind the ball, man, just constantly running up and down the field on these counters. Who had, like, how is this fun? At the end of every game, it's the same thought. Who's having fun with these types of scorelines? And then he rage quits because the game couldn't hand him easy goals. You're trash, kid. I'm sorry, whoever you are. Like, we shouldn't be rewarding these players. And he almost did get rewarded. It was near impossible to break him down. All right. Well, bog standard. What formation could this guy be using? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers and 1 attacking midfielder. No DMs at all.
Taking on the defenders.
Now, I know on a replay that's gonna look good. Do you see how slow that that shot was? I know. Oh, here's Nick again, scoring a goal and complaining. But do you see how I beat him and then it took 5 years to shoot and he just like scuffed it into the net? Okay, now we're 5-1. This is hell, dudes. It really should be called Hell Champs. I wish I could just enjoy this game, man. I wish I was just blind to the stupid stuff that happens in this game. I wish I could just ignore how lethargic and how unresponsive and how slow and how delayed this game is so I could just keep like living in La La Land and being happy with this gameplay. I hate that I'm so hypercritical of the gameplay. It makes it so hard to enjoy. Well, 5-1 at the very least. Look at that, up to 160,000 coins as well. Go through these sales real quick. Oh, I love you, Bronze Pack Method. Oh, I love you so much, man. We will be 200K by the end of the day, for sure. For sure, like absolutely for sure. Nice, ooh. No, this is dipping. It dipped to a 3-bar. Oh my God. What are these like ultra high attacking teams, man? Now, again, I'll be very interested to see if this guy high presses and attacks like crazy or if he plays drop back with these attacking players, but this might be a tough game, man. It was a 4 or 5 bar and then it dropped to a 3 bar as we loaded into the game. That's scary.
That's the first one, and I think there'll be a few
So,
more to come.
guy has 6 attackers but still on drop back. Is that what we're looking at here? That extra pass from Ibra was spicy. Top corner from Dembouz.
It's his game, isn't it? A one-touch finish. And a great example.
Oh, you love to see it. Now, do I stick with my 3-5-2 ultra attack? Trying to fight this guy's ultra attacking with ultra attacking, or do we go back to 4-2-3-1? What do you guys think? There's an example of how this game is fundamentally, okay? He comes flying in with Goretzka. I ball roll and accelerate past. He flies in, lunges and fails, and I accelerate away, and he does this. Fails, spins around, and tackles the ball again. That right there, clip that. That is a perfect example of how fundamentally this game is offensively versus defensively. You can fly into a tackle, get beat, overcommit, and recover within milliseconds before a 90-something pace player can accelerate away. That is wrong. It's flawed. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. Dude. Mad. Anyways, now, just like the scoreline, we're 6-1. Oh, yeah. That's a scary-ass team. Just a serious sweat squad? Okay, well, we might be 6-2 after this, guys. Come on, 7-1, 7-1. Talk it into existence. 7-1, baby. Please. What a game, man. What a game. Great performance by the team overall. Came up against some sweaty adversity for sure there. His Donnarumma did absolutely nothing that whole game, but I don't know. I don't know how anybody can enjoy playing the game the way the current meta is played. I had 26% of my entire possession in his own end. And, like, look at those stats. And, which you guys probably wouldn't have seen within the highlights, is this guy spent a good 20 minutes of the game passing it around his own backline. To waste time, I guess? I don't know. So this guy very easily could have gone on 22 or 21% possession, which is hilarious. But we're 7-1. I think we have even more sales going on right now. So let me show you guys that real quick too. 167,000. We filled up the trade pile with bronzes. So we're doing very, very well. Consumable items selling. I'm actually seem to be, wait, what is that? 3,000. Do you guys see that sale of 3,000? What was that? Oh well. Anyways, we've got a full trade pile of stuff that we're selling thanks to bronze packs, and I guess I still have to list. Oh, I forgot to list all this stuff up. 2 more games left, bros. We can do this. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. 7-1 right now. 2 games left on the day. Oh, come on. Can we make it 8-1? I'd love to end the day at least with 8 wins, even if it's 8-2. That's a strong little setup, though. I'm a bit scared. Wow, Ramos with the clearance. With the face clearance. Guy's still moving his keeper. Hey, you know, what are you gonna do, man? You're gonna move your keeper around. Let's go, RJ! $10 to the PC Cancer Foundation as well. You love to see it, baby. We're raising money still for cancer research and slapping up these one-depth drop-back counterattack noobs. Let's go, boys. I think this guy's Courtois made a lot of saves too. So, not really. 4 saves. GG though. GG, man. Great performance. Great performance all around. 1 more win would be spicy. Can we go 9-1? We never did better than 9-1 on the rich man account. And every week we finished elite going 9-1 on the rich man. Can we emulate on the poor man going 9-1, man? That would be so nuts. Well, final game of the day. Will we go 9-1 and match the Rich Man series for our best ever start, or will we go 8-2 because this is a sweat psycho team that I think might even actually play in 4-2-2? That's mad. That's mad, dude. That's just insanity. Well, that's a hell of a way to end off the day of weekend league games. 8 wins, 2 losses. Couldn't match the Rich Man series in terms of our record, but that's just the definition of FIFA, isn't it? Look at that. I had 7 shots on target, but that's the replays they show? Oh, this game is a joke, man. To be fair, this was a good goal, too. I couldn't do anything, man. Just bangs it in through my whole team. That's hilarious, man. Out of all the chances we had, the saves from his keeper. Anyways, you know, that's FUT champs for you, man. You win some and you lose brain cells every single freaking game. Doesn't matter whether you win or lose. But as a quick review for the team, I will say this. Rivals and the 10 or 11 games I played in Rivals before, while building this team and using this team, I thought I'd be lucky to go 6-4, you know, in the first 10 games. So to go 8-2, and to have such dominant performances every single game, that penalty shootout loss was pure cheese. And that loss right there, the guy I just played was a very good FIFA player. I just think that the amount of chances I created, I should have given him a run for his money and maybe taken him to extra time or go to penalties and lost it. Like, that guy was a good FIFA player. That's definitely an elite level FIFA player. He had a meta psycho squad, you know, and he played the counterattacking, but also very good. He just ran down the byline. He did what a lot of elite players do, is like sits deep and then sweats all the way down the byline and then skills like at the byline and then sweats it across goal for like attempted opportunities over and over again. So not taken away from his style of play. He was a good FIFA player. So end of the day, I'm annoyed that I couldn't get anything out of that final game, but I lost to a better FIFA player. So that's life. Now, in terms of the squad, Neuer made a wonder save in that game, and Neuer's been very good. Much better than Inform, whatever the Finnish idiot that we had in our team for Rivals. So Neuer is, again, one of the top tier keepers. And for anybody that has a red Hummels, you'll be happily surprised, at least for the first 10 games. I'd say he's been the better of the 2 center backs. And I think Hummels is much better than Akanji as well. Now, I realize he has 61 sprint speed and 51 acceleration, but outside of that, as long as you're a little bit cognizant of his positioning and you getting countered, he's good, man. He's good. Really, really good. And now the fact that he's got 70 balance, 70 agility as a center back, 94 reactions, 91 composure, 88 ball control, and 79 dribbling. Like, he's actually a really, really good ball playing center back. I'm enjoying him a lot. He feels, you know who Hummels feels like? A little bit slower version of Laurent Blanc. And that's high praise from me. All the defensive stats you could ask for. So he's been very, very good. I have not noticed Marco Reus at all. And I haven't looked at these player stats. Ibra has scored on average 2 goals per game in the last 10 games of Champs. So his stats, we checked a little bit earlier and they're insane. So we'll have a look at them in a second. Blown away by Ibra's performance so far in Weekend League. But Marco Reus, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. You look at this guy for a cam, in the cam role, all those shooting stats, 90 acceleration and sprint speed, 91 vision, 91 short passing, 87 long passing, 94 balance, 91 agility. I don't feel him at all. Why? Am I just trash? I don't know what it is. Now, looking at his stats, and that goes to show that I guess it's not all how a player feels, because those stats are Messi-esque stats. He's definitely assisting a lot for Ibra. That's for sure. 21 games, 15 assists, 8 goals is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Now, maybe he'd be a better striker, but right now we're using Ibra at striker. So maybe the fact that I don't notice Royce in the game is a good thing. And then building on that as well, here's someone else that I'm not overly impressed with. And again, maybe it's because I'm just playing ultra sweaty players and I don't get a lot of opportunities with this guy, but 15 goal contributions from 21 games so far is still very good. Nothing, you know, no hate on Scream Bernard. He's a decent card, but I think overall I'm just struggling more than anything with the entirety of this team. So it is what it is. Dembele, same thing. He has a couple of games where he's good, a couple of games where he's a pleb. His stats are he's got 99 agility and 88 balance, 99 dribbling, 90 ball control. What is that? 94 finishing and 83 attack positioning. So again, you'd expect him to be good. Stats are pretty good considering he plays as a wide cam. 57 games, 18 goals, 19 assists is actually, you know, almost 40 goal contributions from a wide position against 99% of opposition that puts 10 players behind the ball. That's actually pretty decent. I mean, still hurts that we've lost about 40,000 coins on him, but he's not bad. And then Ibra, we had a rough 10 first games with him, but I got to take everything back, man. This guy has been absolutely lights out. Now the question is, today's gameplay was horrendous and we managed to squeak 8-2. Usually though, Saturday and Sunday gameplay is even worse. So I don't know where the heck tomorrow's games are going to finish up. We'll have to wait until then to find out. But as of right now, I'm going to leave you with that picture. 21 games, 34 goals, 15 assists. Now, does he feel like a statue on the field? Does it take him 15 minutes to release a shot after he receives a pass or after he beats a defender? Yeah. Now, considering that though, he thundercut everything into the net. So as long as you can get him a little bit open to release a shot, he's going to be incredible. Those stats, fantastic. 10 games in Weekend League, fantastic. Let's see if I feel that way tomorrow, though. Again, tomorrow it's going to get sweaty. People are going to be stuck up Ibra's ass infinitely. The one good piece of information here that I get from this Ibra card, though, is not only is he scoring, but 15 assists as well means he is that hold-up play striker for me in obviously the 4-2-3-1 formation that we're using, right? So he's leaning into defenders and then laying the ball off for Bernard or Royce or Dembele or even not Forsberg but Goretzka to score goals as well. So he's doing everything. I'm still shocked that he's only 230 or 290k, whatever he's going for right now. Hard to link. He's a bit of a tree trunk in the midfield, but outside of that, he's absolutely fantastic. So thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the edited full-time Poor Man Road to Glory, and as always, we'll catch you beauties on the flip side tomorrow for another epi. Peace.
Psych!
Don't leave! I'm an idiot, don't leave. I know, we're back to doing multiple outros. I forgot a few things here, being that I've played 10 games of champs and I'm highly stressed out. First of all, showing you guys the trade pile, we're up to 190,000 coins now. What, you were almost on 90,000 coins profit made off of bronze packs and silver players, Swedish players today. So I wanted to make sure to show you guys the trade pile purely so that I can clear the trade pile and go back to opening bronze packs. So tomorrow's episode, we have another full trade pile to show you, and hopefully we'll be well over 200,000 coins by then. So the printing coin method is continuing. Now let me also go over to the this section here. Here we go. So we'll adjust prices again. At this point, I think I'm going to adjust prices down by 50 coins. Because I know these guys, if I'm patient, will sell anyways. So I don't want to underprice too much. You just gotta be willing to hold firm. And them SBC lazy buyers will pick these guys up slowly but surely. Maybe the strikers we drop down to 500 coins a pop. Or 550, I guess. Adi, Kanye as well for the 550. MC Glashan as well. Oh my god, dude. We're easily be well over 200k. I know I've said that a few times today, but I keep doubting myself, but then realizing how much actual money we still haven't sold in the club. Look at that. 700 coins this guy will insta sell. This guy bit overpriced, so we'll drop him down a bit. Maybe a bit overpriced there. We'll drop him down a bit. Maybe, yeah, okay. Here we go. Holy for 350, 200, 300, drop down to 250. For Rossi Pal. Portuguese League, Milton. Let's get him sold for sure. And then, are these duplicates or not? Because you know what? If the rares aren't selling, I'd actually think I'd rather put them in the club. Yeah, let me just put them in the club, man. Rares are hard enough to pack as it is. So let me just free up the trade pile and I'll worry about duplicates instead. Slide him in there. And are you... Nope, there we go. Again, probably could sell those guys for 500 coins a piece, but at the same time, I think it'd be better if we just stored them for a rainy day. So, we've got one pack here, which this is what I wanted to make sure I kept in the outro. It's going to be another long episode. It's just a crappy bronze pack, so whatever. I'll open that. But we have achieved a few things. So, first of all, we cracked another milestone. We got our FUT Champions 50th win, which would be much closer to the 100 wins if this, you know, series for the first month and a half wasn't a 2-hour-a-day series. But hey, we're again, as always, behind the 8 ball, which is fine. 100 packs is a 50k pack, or sorry, 100 wins is a 50k pack, and then 100k, then an ultimate. It's kind of Resident Sleeper, isn't it? And then, so tomorrow's episode, I should this evening, because I need a couple more games in squad battles to get elite. So for tomorrow, we should at least be starting off with a 25k player pack, as well as a full trade pile and all of that stuff to show you guys. I can't imagine we'll get anywhere near 100. And then Rivals. Rivals is, for tomorrow, should we do Rivals? I wasn't planning on playing until Monday, Tuesday to start working towards that Özil, but if I remember, maybe I'll play a couple of Rivals games to try and get yet another pack. So again, for the second or third or 50th time, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the series. I'm not going to open this bronze pack. Let's just open this one and get the hell out of here. Let you guys go to bed and let me get back to opening bronze packs. Come on. Come on. Walk out. Walk out. No. Well, force you guys to come back and extend the video for Belotti and Delaney. Now we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.